I'm kind of back to my, not so much a slump, but a bit of a dip in my reading progress, if you like. And I've had another DNF. Now, I wasn't going to record this because the book in question isn't out yet, and I don't want to potentially affect the sales or pre-orders of that book for that author. However, I'm also not going to trash it, so I figured I should just say what I'm going to say anyway. And nobody sees my videos anymore anyway, so what difference does it make? Anyway, this is the book in question, Grotesque. Now, this is by Allison Paige, and I first came across Allison's work. If you've watched these reviews for a while, you'll know. I came across Allison's work with After the Bees, which was essentially the apocalypse had come and demons had risen from beneath the earth and essentially taken over. And it follows Leah and Raum, and I love that book. The second book, Through High Waters, I didn't enjoy it as much, but it was still a good book, and I've been waiting for the third book ever since. Earlier in the year, started to arc read The Apostasy, which was a prequel, I believe, to After the Bees. And I got a couple of 100 pages in, and I just felt like I wasn't being captivated enough by the story. It's a near 800-page book. And in the first third, maybe, I think I got between a quarter of the way and a third of the way through. Not enough was happening for me, so I put that to one side with a view to coming back to it, and I never got back to it. But Allison messaged me directly and asked me if I'd like to arc read Grotesque, which is a dark horror fantasy. And I thought, a dark horror romance, sorry. And I thought, yes, I would. So I saw it was not too long a story, and I started reading it, and essentially, the matriarch of this family has died, and she's left the manor house to the main character. She doesn't really know why, but there are several rules that come with the house. She has to stay in it for a certain period of time, or she doesn't get any money and she doesn't get the house. Once she's in the house, there are more rules. Don't look in the mirrors, don't stay out after dusk, and don't invite people in. And there are rumours in the community about this house and about the things that people have seen, and how her grandmother died. I read, I want to say a quarter of it, maybe just over a quarter of it. And this is what I mean by I don't want to say bad things, because the book itself is well written. It's a well written book. But it's not my kind of thing. I tried to read it over several days, and I found myself going a couple of days between reading it, and it's not a very long book. And so to me, that was a sign that I really wasn't that interested in the story itself, so I should probably just stop reading it. Now, like I say, I'm not going to trash this book because it's not a bad book, it's just not my thing. But I wanted to make people aware that it was coming out at the same time. So it wasn't for me, but if you like your dark romance a little on the extra dark side, then Allison's books are definitely for you. As I said, I enjoyed her first two very much. I feel like her writing is very dense in feel and complexity and emotion, and I think that's just a little bit too much for me. My brain's a bit more simple than that. So I gave what I read 3 stars, but I didn't review it online because I didn't think it was right to do that until after it's released. But yeah, just not for me, I don't think. I'm still waiting for the third Revelations book, so hopefully that will conclude that story in a satisfying way. But yeah, just My reading habits are changing, I think, and I'm starting to think I need to accept that rather than trying to force myself to read things that aren't really my cup of tea anymore. But yeah, I'm feeling that way with the book that I'm reading now, but I won't say anything about that until I've read it. But yeah, I think my read habits are changing, and I'm not really sure what to.